You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, ma, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dreams. Bodyguards protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, kitty. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me, let me finish with the dream. Don't wake me up. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's another Tuesday, another 6 p.m., another 6:02 p.m. to be exact. And you're in the building with your auntie Kitty. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I won't be here long. I will be saying this, y'all. FB will, there was something that went out about FB stating that they were about to delete all podcasts, meaning that you guys will have to go to the other channels like, you know, Spotify, Apple iTunes podcast. I gotta talk I gotta talk indistinct. I gotta talk in code right now because not only am I streaming on this platform, but I'm also streaming on another platform at the same time. But yeah, I just got news. I didn't even get the news personally. Basically heard it through the grapevine from somebody who I trust what they're saying is correct. And if they are correct, Facebook will be taking down my podcast soon. They will be deleting everything. But I've been told y'all a while back that, you know, I'm about to be transforming and moving over to YT. So yeah, that. And if YT don't work out, then we'll take our shit over to Bigo full time. It is what it is. So yeah, y'all probably won't be able to see Coffee with Kitty or anything Kitty Pink Radio related here on Facebook. I do believe they're giving us till June. Bittersweet. Most definitely have made a big impact with the help of y'all over here. I'm spreading my wings. This is not goodbye. Of course, if y'all want to follow me, y'all know all the platforms and where you can come to reach me. For those of you who are getting, you know, comfortable with Bigo or have tried Bigo out, my mama said she tried it out and something came up that she didn't really like or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But, you know, Bigo's pretty cool. Y'all come over here. My Bigo ID is Pink870, Pink870. So, y'all can start catching some of the shows over here on Bigo Live. Today, y'all, I wanted to talk about some things. I'm out here in these streets, in these internet streets, minding everybody else's business when I come across this. And this ain't just everybody else's business. This is my business. This is your business. This is yours, mine, ours. This is all of our business. Y'all, I don't know if anybody else has noticed either the scarcity of foods or the fact that the prices have gone up on a lot of foods. Yeah, avocado. Shout out to Lovely T. I stumbled across her video, and this is how I even ended up going down this big dark hole like I'm Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, avocados went from like 99 cents each to like $4 each at some stores. The craziness it's mad out here, and I'm just like tripping, like what's going on. However, let me show y'all. Y'all don't mind King and his feelings today. We just gonna let him get that on out. Do not be disturbed. He is not hurt, harmed, or in danger. He is just having a tantrum. We're gonna go right here.
Pros and are back with another review. I'm super excited. The LOX4 panel. Wait and see. Gotta show you the body.
Can y'all hear it?
What is important?
Y'all make sure y'all.
So I make sure that when
our verified team is looking into claims about fires after several U.S. food processing plants went up in flames in recent months.
WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg looks into what we know about the circumstances.
Can y'all hear this?
Recent fires at food processing plants across the U.S. have several people speculating online if something else is behind them. This tweet notes a, quote, odd coincidence that, quote, 18 U.S. food processing facilities burned down in the last 6 months. The question that we're looking at today, are people setting food processing plants on fire intentionally in order to create a food shortage? Let's verify. Our sources, Sam Gage-Jack, the communications manager for the American Association of Meat Processors, Sarah Little, the vice president of communications for the North American Meat Institute, Tom Super, the senior vice president of communications for the National Chicken Council, fire officials in each case, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, otherwise known as the USDA. In a statement, Little told us, quote, we are not aware of any concerted effort to set food processing facilities on fire. Super told us, quote, I can only speak for chicken, but like any manufacturing plant industry, there are genuinely a few fires that occur each year across the country. Most of them are contained rather quickly. Gage-Jack agrees.
We've not seen anything that points to it being suspicious in any way. A lot of them seem to be mechanical failures or just very unfortunate, tragic things that happen, but nothing that was deliberate.
So let's break down the number on what we learned from fire officials. 11 of the fires were either ruled accidental or no foul play was suspected. 6 others are still under investigation. The other one was at a vacant building that once housed a meat plant but no longer does. Another note, while the tweet mentions 18 fires in 6 months, only 12 of them actually happened in that time frame.
According to a report from the USDA, the U.S. has about 36,000 food and beverage processing establishments in operation. Gage-Jack says fires at just 18 plants would not cause a disruption to the food supply.
So these individual fires, they might be disruptions for regular customers of those facilities, but the public as a whole shouldn't have seen any major difference.
Super says, quote, there are about 200 federally inspected chicken slaughtering plants in the U.S. and thousands more that further process chicken. And that's just chicken. I would not categorize this as an alarming trend. On its website, the USDA says there are currently no food shortages or widespread disruptions of the food supply in the country. So we can verify that no, people are not setting food processing plants on fire intentionally in order to create a food shortage. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
And be sure to send any claims you see out there our way.
Should Americans with no degree be allowed to get $6,495 from this government education program?
Inflation hitting a new 40-year high in the month of March. Americans especially getting hit hard at the grocery store. The price of items like dried beans, canned vegetables, flour, all up better than 10% from the same time just 1 year ago. Joining me right now is the president and CEO of Goya Foods, Bob Unanue. Bob, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Assess the situation. How do you see inflation today?
Good to see you, Maria. We are on the precipice of a global food crisis. God created humanity. Humanity has created every way to destroy itself, from nuclear, biological, chemical. But now we've waged a war. We've weaponized food. In the Ukraine, between the Ukraine and Russia, they represent 50% of the world's production of fertilizer. 30% wheat, 20% corn, 2.5 million acres of sunflowers, other food and minerals. They also have sand for fracking, sand for glass. And, you know, they have, what Russia's doing with the land bridge, they're also cutting off the Ukraine to the sea. They've taken Mariupol, pretty much. Odessa is left. If they cut off Odessa, then they basically landlock the Ukraine, and they can't export. They can't either plant. Right now we're in the planting season in southeast Ukraine, where all these products are grown. They've attacked irrigation systems. They've attacked train systems. And they've sent millions of women and children into exile. But let me say that we have provoked, in a way, this war by showing an incredible weakness around the globe and lack of resolve to protect the women, children, and the innocent. It started in Afghanistan when we left women and children behind. Usually women and children go first. We left them behind. And now they've sent millions of women into exile. If the United States, the greatest country on earth, doesn't stand up for the defenseless, who will? We will lose this country unless we love and build versus hate and destroy. We've given the green light around the world for people to abuse and exploit women and children. We've given that green light by showing our weakness.
Well, Bob, I understand everything that you're saying, and the Afghanistan debacle really triggered so many bad outcomes from our adversaries across the world. But what I'm really trying to understand is what's going on with the price of food. We're looking at double-digit increases in terms of the price. You are bringing into this conversation a much bigger issue and a potential food shortage crisis. Are you talking about a food shortage crisis where Americans are not going to have access to food, never mind paying up in the double digits for the price of food?
America will say, let them eat cake, because we have abundance. We're the biggest consumers in the world. The countries that will suffer are the innocent ones in Africa and around the globe. We are the biggest consumers of drugs, of trafficking, of everything. We're gluttonous. We're going to have to tighten our belt and consume less. We've gone from oil independence to oil dependence. We've given up that position to have our oil at cost and to buy it retail and then ship it. Our shipping, when we bring in stuff from, let's say, Thailand, coconut water, we're paying 10 times the freight we usually take. Now we have oil in our land and in a pipe with zero transportation, zero ecological disasters. And we got to ship it in a boat and put the world in jeopardy if a ship is bombed or if it goes aground or whatever. So we've gone from oil independence to be dependent. We're dependent now on everybody else. We're the greatest nation on earth. We've been dependent on nobody. We've given that up. We've given that up.
Okay, y'all see it, y'all hear it. I was trying to see what exactly. I know General Mills was one of the buildings that was set afire, that was on fire. General Mills and another a potato chip company. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire everywhere you go. There's a lot of stuff that's done caught on fire that are major food distributors, and I don't know, I feel nervous. On one end they're telling us not to be nervous, and then on the other end you got to think about it, should we be nervous? These buildings were burnt down to the ground, and not just that, we have a scarcity on food right now. So it's just crazy. It's troubling. I would like to talk more about this, but as y'all see, I have another problem to take care of. Y'all look it up. Get the information. It's most definitely out there, and it's troubling, and y'all might need to be preparing yourselves for what's to come. I love you. Want you to love yourself. I'm out.